My child, come closer. Set your burdens down for a moment. Let your heart breathe. Let me tell you something important. Something that carries a truth you might have forgotten. There was once a daughter who grew up believing her father was unshakable. He was the one who picked her up when she fell, the one who stayed awake during storms so she could sleep peacefully, the one who never let the world feel too heavy on her small shoulders. Years passed. Life happened. She grew up faster than she realized. After her mother passed, the house felt bigger, emptier, quieter than ever before. Her father moved into a tiny, modest home at the end of a quiet neighborhood, a place where the nights were soft and the days passed slowly. She held his hands at the funeral and whispered, "Dad, every Friday. I'll come every Friday. I promise." And he smiled, that gentle smile he always wore for her. "I'll be waiting," he said. For the first few months, she kept her promise. Every Friday at 6 p.m., she pushed open the old wooden door. He already had the kettle whistling, 2 cups ready, and stories lined up like treasures waiting to be unwrapped. They talked about everything: her job, his garden, old memories, her dreams, his quiet fears he never spoke aloud. But the world doesn't slow down just because love asks it to. The promotion came, then the deadlines, then the out-of-state conferences, then new friends, new plans, new weekends that vanished before she could catch them. One Friday skipped, then 2, then a whole month, and then silence. She told herself the same lie many do: "I'll visit when things calm down, when I'm less tired, when I have the energy." But later is a cruel thief, and tomorrow has stolen more love from this world than anything else ever has. Meanwhile, every Friday at 6 p.m., he still turned on the porch light, still set out 2 cups, still brewed the tea, still waited. He never complained, never called to ask why she didn't come. He simply looked at the door, smiled softly to himself, and whispered, "Maybe next week." Then came the winter that shook everything. He slipped on the ice while fixing the bird feeder she loved. The fall was quick, harsh, breath-stealing, a sudden shock that left him struggling just to get back inside. Inside, panting, shaking, he reached for the phone. He scrolled to her name. His thumb hovered over the call button, and then, with a painful sigh, he locked the screen. She's working. I don't want to worry her. Even in his pain, his first instinct was to protect her. That night turned into 3 weeks in the hospital. Machines hummed, monitors beeped, nurses checked his vitals. Doctors spoke in complex terms he barely understood. His roommate's bed was surrounded by family every day: flowers, balloons, laughter. His side of the room stayed still, quiet, lonely. One nurse asked gently, "Sir, Should we call someone for you?" He smiled politely and said, "Oh no, my daughter's busy. She'll come when she can. She has a big life. I don't want to interrupt it." But every night, when the hallway lights dimmed, he looked at the empty visitor's chair, and his eyes softened the way only a lonely parent's eyes do. He kept saving stories for her, little things, a kind nurse, a funny patient, a flower blooming outside his window. Stories he planned to tell her when she finally walked in. 4 months passed before her guilt finally caught her. She was driving home from work when her chest suddenly tightened with a thought. "How long has it been since I saw Dad?" And for the first time in months, she called him. Once, twice, 3 times. When he answered, his voice was thinner, softer, like pages worn down by too much time. "Dad, it's me. It's your girl. I'm so sorry." She didn't let her finish. "Oh, sweetheart, I'm so glad to hear you." But something felt wrong. His tone was too carefully bright, too rehearsed. So she pressed, "Are you okay? Tell me the truth." A long silence. Then he exhaled. "Well, I had a little accident a while back. They kept me in the hospital for a bit. Nothing serious." Reality hit her like a freight train. "You were in the hospital?" "Only for a few days," he lied gently. "Dad, why didn't you call me?" The question cracked like a bone under weight. He paused, and then, in a voice full of quiet love that both broke and healed her, "My girl, your life is busy. I didn't want to add to your worries. I knew you would come when your heart was ready. I've been saving up all my stories to tell you." That moment shattered her, because she finally understood. He hadn't been waiting for her out of need. He had been waiting because he loved her in a way that didn't guilt, didn't demand, didn't accuse. A love that waits quietly and faithfully. She rushed to him, speeding through lights, trembling the whole way. When she entered his home, he was sitting by the window. The porch light was on. 2 cups were on the table, tea still warm. The moment he saw her, his face lit up like sunrise after a long frozen night. She fell into his arms, grown woman on the outside, child on the inside. He held her, stroking her hair just like he did when she was little. "Shh," he whispered. "You're here now. That's all I ever wanted." And in that embrace, she broke open and rebuilt all at once. Because real love doesn't keep score. Real love doesn't punish you for being late. Real love doesn't slam doors. Real love waits quietly, tenderly, faithfully, because it believes you're worth waiting for. And my child, that is how I love you. No matter how long you've been away, no matter how silent you've been, no matter how far you've wandered, I'm still here. Lights on, phone ready, stories saved, waiting for you to come home.